G'day, mate, and welcome back to Captain Industry with me, Jenny. In our last episode, we fixed up the farms by providing them unlimited, bright green, shiny water directly from the nuclear reactor by putting in a wonderful belt balancer, pipe balancer. It was the pipe balancer version, not the belt balancer version. Both of the versions are available, of course, on my Discord server, and we got all the water mixed together, which means that the farms are kept wet. Also, we put in another waterfall, not of the water type, but of the belt type and pipe type, mainly the belt type, to bring all the food down into the crater. So that means all the people are happily fed on all the snackadoodles. But there was one species, one very, very important thing that was not fed, and that, of course, was the chickens. The chickens are starving. So today, we were not going to do medical. We're not going to make a sit-up medical. The people are going to be reasonably healthy, even if I do happen to melt down a nuclear reactor in today's episode. But the chickens are starving. So we're going to just concentrate on the chickens. That's all we're going to be doing, just worrying about the chickens. But before I get to that, I need to ask the very important question, and that is, of course, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like early in the video. Not happy with the video, didn't enjoy the video. That's okay, I can feed you to the chickens instead. At the start of every episode, I like to thank those that go above and beyond, those that choose to support the channel. Today, I need to thank a wonderful Patreon member. I need to thank the wonderful excavator that's on a slight 45-degree angle, the wonderful Ernie. I don't know why he insists on just hanging around at this angle forever and ever and ever, but either way, I need to thank him. I need to thank him for being a wonderful Patreon member. I need to thank him for choosing to support the channel. Today, we need to do one problem. One problem that's the only problem I'm going to fix before I go and, worry about the chickens, and that is this radioactive waste storage. Turns out this one's full. The one I said would worry about in 100 years when it filled up with, retired waste. Yeah, it's not full of retired waste, it's full of the other type of waste. Now, because I was smart and I buried pipes right here, I can't put this anywhere because it has underground components. So we need to, can I put you, no. Can I put you this direction? No. We need to put you all the way over here. There's just no other alternative. Can I put you, let's go with here. Cool, we're going to put you right there. We're going to grab our belts and we're going to run our belt from, of course you don't line up. Of course we're off by a tile. Pop you in there instead. Okay, with that done, that should solve our retired waste problem, which is going to be very good because, retired waste comes from us recycling our spent fuel in a core fuel, also comes from us turning the good old spent fuel, the old type of spent fuel, into blanket fuel. Speaking of blanket fuel, we have a lot of blanket fuel, like an awful lot of blanket fuel. Also means that I've processed an awful lot of spent fuel. The good news is today we're going to start making half the amount of spent fuel that we were previously because we're shutting down this reactor. Why are we shutting down this reactor? Well, we'll get to that in 1 second. The first thing I need to do is probably turn you off, actually. You're just going to be annoying. If I do that, then turn that off and then pause you, I wonder if the alerts continue. And I wonder if this keeps counting down. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a year or two. All right. First thing I need to do is farms. We need to feed the chickens. All right. The chicken farms, well, the farms in general. As we can see, we're now up to 11 chicken farms that are starving, which is probably pretty bad. And as we can see, the farm's doing reasonably well. We now provide them with all the water they can possibly need, but they're having a problem. Not the early farms. The early farms get fertilizer, but the other farms get no fertilizer. Consequently, they have a bit of an issue. Where we just don't get much food out of them. Now, as you can see, all of them have a target set of 120% fertility. And if we click on a farm or two, we can see the fertility needed is around about 20%. Like some are a little bit higher, some are a little bit lower, but they all need about 20% fertility. Now, I do have a whole tutorial video on capital industry and food and farming, which I'll link up in the top right-hand corner. You want to understand farms and fertility and all that sort of stuff, recommend you give that one a quick watch. But for today's example, I need to get more fertilizer 1 or 2. Now, 1 will get me up to 120% fertility. 2 will get me up to 140% fertility. We're only aiming for 120, so fertilizer Mark 1 would be fine. But both of these give me 2 fertilization. As I have a total of 50 farms, and I am short around about 20 fertilization each, means I'd need 100 fertilization. As each fertilizer gives me 2 fertilization, I need about 500 fertilization. Fertilizer. Fertilizer. Yeah, cool. Were you confused yet? Good. This is why I recommend you go watch the tutorial video. All right. The good news is I currently do make a whole lot of fertilizer too. In fact, I make about 224, which is the max the system can output because I have three of these guys, pumping out fertilizer 2. Now, that fertilizer 2 comes from fertilizer 1 plus limestone plus sulfur. Now, limestone and sulfur, they're pretty easy to get our hands on. As for the fertilizer 1, that comes from ammonia and oxygen. Oxygen's really easy to get. It comes from, from air separator. As for the ammonia, well, the main way where you get that is from sour water strippers. Sour water strippers will strip out the sour water and give you ammonia. Now, I need to, basically duplicate this system to double the amount of fertilizer I have, which means I need to have 24 times 3. 72 ammonia. Now, to get 72 ammonia, I would need to have, 80, 88, 9, 8, whatever, divided by 9. I would need to have 8 sour water strippers. 8 sour water strippers means I would need to have, it's 36. 36. I need to have another 288 sour water. Problem is, I'm not going to find 288 sour water. We have an oil refinery that is running flat out, which is providing us some of the sour water. I can use different recipes and activate different cracking recipes to make sour water, and that is a perfectly viable solution. My other solution is I just make ammonia. Now, to make ammonia, you need to have... make ammonia. Make ammonia. I need to have some hydrogen and some nitrogen. The good news is I have an oil refinery up here that makes an awful lot of hydrogen. And in fact, I actually have spare fuel gas that we convert into hydrogen, and I could just take the output of 2 of these and combine them together, and that would probably do everything I need to make all the, all the hydrogen I need to convert all the hydrogen I need into all the ammonia I need. Yes, it's very, very possible. But I have a better solution. It's going to be a wonderful solution. You're going to love this solution. The problem is it's going to be on the other side of the map. Also, I need to have... Nope. Somebody was complaining. I don't know. I saw upper. No? No idea who was complaining. All right. We need to come to here. I need to come to here. What I want to do is I want to decommission this nuclear reactor. Now, there's a small problem with this. It's providing most of the power. Not quite all the power, but just most of the power. Now, there's good news and bad news with that. Once the reactor's powered down and cooled down, I can destroy it. That's the good news. The bad news is it's providing most of our power. Don't get me wrong, we do have this, which is providing power as a byproduct of providing water to the farms, which is providing a little bit of power. Also, technically, this reactor, if we don't have the oil refinery running flat out, also provides some power as well. Look, there's power. But, this provides the majority of our power. And I just turn it off. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to remove that, and I'm going to also remove you. I need you out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a different reactor. We're going to put in a fast breeding reactor because I do want to get a fast breeding reactor in right about there. Plug that into there and build said reactor. Now, with the said reactor built, I need to plug in some pipes. We need core fuel, spent core fuel, blanket fuel, and enriched blanket fuel all plugged in. I also need to take this pipe and flip it, because I need this fully buffered with fuel as soon as possible. Also, I'm going to need 200 workers. I don't have 200 workers. Can I get you built, and you built, and you built, and can I unpause you? And I'm going to preemptively, because I know this game hates me, upgrade you, because I'm guarantee you I'm going to be short on glass rocking chairs as soon as that housing gets turned on. All right, so with that done, we should have a bigger and better reactor. The problem is the bigger and better reactor is going to put out super steam, and these turbines are not designed to take super steam. So what I need to do is I need to do a small retrofit by like pulling out everything. Yeah, in fact, all of that can go. It can all go. Yeah, it can all go. That's output, that can go. That is, what is that? That is depleted steam. We probably don't want that one anymore either. No, we probably do want that one. What one I don't want is I don't want that one. Yeah, cool. Power's in the pooper. Perfect. Exactly what I was aiming for. Yeah, they're all out of power. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, so with everything out of power, that can all go too. All right, I'm going to need a new power setup. We're going to want to take in super steam, and then more super steam, and then after my super steam has gone in, it's going to turn to high steam. So I want some high steam. Then I want some low steam, and I need to have the whole lot flipped. Flip and rotate. Cool. No. No. That's how I want it. Cool. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make sure you're full of fuel. Cool, perfect. Then I want to take my super pressure steam, which is going to come out this pipe and over this direction into this balancer, and I want to take that and plug that into my power drive. My power drive should have some power on it. So can I go 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, also I'm going to throw flywheels on. I don't really need the flywheels, but we'll throw the flywheels on anyway. And then I sort of need to plug this in. Now, can I move you that way just a little bit? Yeah, it should be fine. All right, so we're going to take our super steam. It's going to go into this balancer. After it goes into that balancer, it's going to come out of that balancer. It's going to come over to, well, here. And then into there, and then into there. And then super steam is going to pop into that one. And then it's going to turn to high steam. High steam is going to go into there, and it's going to go into there. Then it's going to turn into more high steam, which is going to go into there. Yes, then it's going to turn to low steam, which is going to come around to here, and around to here, and also around to here. And then it's going to turn to depleted steam, which is going to come all the way back and into there. Cool. And into there. All right, with that done and that built and that pipe, that pipe's plugged into the reactor overflow. Okay, you know, in case we have a nuclear meltdown, we can turn the reactor on. We are having a small problem that there's not enough maintenance 1, 2, or 3 due to the fact that, you know, there's a small issue with there's no power. But apart from that, you know, everything's running peachy. Speaking of no power, probably should have you guys at a higher priority. You know, as you deal with nuclear. That one not so much. Oh, all of this definitely. Can I set you to power priority 8? And copy and paste to all your friends. And can I set you to power priority 8? And copy and paste to all your friends. Cool. All right. So you should be running. You should be spinning. You should be providing me with 15, 30, 45, 60 megawatts worth of power. Cool. That should be step number 1. Step number 2 is I want to take this whole combobulation and I want to put it right there. Okay, with that done, I want to take 4 of these and plug 4 of those there, and then take 4 of those and plug them on the end. Then all I need to do is find my super steam, which is, you're prioritized in that pipe, so I have one that runs no matter what. And we're going to run this pipe up and over this way. Cool. With that done, I am just going to run you into here. Hello, like so. And that should let me power up this second drive shaft. The second drive shaft needs to dump its depleted steam, and it will also need to have auto balance on. So copy, paste, auto balance on, copy, paste, auto balance on, copy, paste, and crank you to power level 2. Also going to turn on automatic regulation at the same time. All right, with that done, I'm going to copy the whole combobulation and paste it right there. You know, so we can go all out on the nuclear power thing. We're going to run that pipe into there, and I'm going to build, well, basically all of that. Yeah. Go away. All right, so you have all got auto balance on, which means you're probably not going to run it unless I need you to. Technically, you're not running at full speed, so I probably shouldn't have the second, the third and the fourth one attempting to power up. We should just get this one up to speed, which should put our power back in the green, and then we can go forth from there. Meanwhile, we've had a small issue. You need to out. Oh, I see your issue. Better. Yeah. Yeah, helps if you can actually output the depleted steam and everything else. Low supply of water. Yeah, that's because your reactor shut down. Good news, your reactor's back up and running. Low supply of household goods. Probably because power shut down. Yeah, or I did invite more people into the colony. Hang on. You need 48.5 and we make 48. Okay, fine. Upgrade. Too much poop has a high supply of wastewater. I think that also has to do with power was off. Should I set these to a priority other than 10? Yes. Am I going to? No. Not enough maintenance 3. Maintenance 3, maintenance 3, maintenance 3. We produce 180 and we need 140. So again, it was just a power problem. It seems to be sorted. We'll turn this on and 10%, 16%, 20%. Yeah, we're good now. All right. So that should be counting down. It sort of is. 340. Well, this is all running. Yeah, there's no bottleneck, so it'll get there. Okay, and maintenance 3 has been fixed, and household appliance has been fixed. Too much poop will catch up eventually, and the Asian team has a whole bunch of copper they can't do anything with. All right, so with that done, we now have a new reactor providing a whole new lot of power. It does have automatic regulation on, so it should scale up and down. Because it's already scaling down, I'm going to unpause that, and that should just spin these flywheels up to full speed. I do need to set you to power priority 4. Yes, because one section of the reactor has to run at all times. So power priority 4 it is. These are also set to like 4s and 3s and 4s and 5s and all over the place. Just a little bit of optimization here and there. Okay, the good news is Jetty's patented, water recovery system still works with, well, even the fast breeding reactor, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't need that, and I don't need one of those. So you can go away. Are you empty? No. I'd like you to be empty. You have 75 left. Delete. Maybe they'll empty it. Yeah, I'd like you to empty one of those. All right, so with that done, all right, fertilizer, that's what we're doing. All right, fertilizer. Now, the good news is there is, under crude oil, there is the hydrogen reformer. The hydrogen reformer, which we're using over there to turn our fuel gas into hydrogen. But if I was to take some water, add some super steam that comes from, well, a fast breeding reactor, I'd get out a bunch of hydrogen, a bunch of oxygen, and a bunch of depleted steam. Now, that sounds like a really good idea to me. I just need to have some super steam, which I happen to have some abundance here right now. On top of that, if I was to take my hydrogen and then with my hydrogen I was to add it to some chem plants, let's go with chem plant 2 and like that. If I took 12 hydrogen, I get 12 ammonia. So as I have 72 hydrogen, no, don't flip it. Thank you. 72, 36, yeah, it's 72. So that's 12, that's 24, that's 36, that is 72. That is 72 hydrogen into 72 ammonia. It does mean I need to find a source of nitrogen. Nitrogen is fairly easy to find in the air separator, and I need to have, well, 24, 48, 72, which is 2 of what? 24, it's 24 times 6. 24 times 6 equals, you're in the way. Equals 144. Okay. Divided by 36 is going to be 4. Okay, so I need 4 air separators. 4 air separators will give me a bunch of nitrogen, which I can combine with my hydrogen to get a bunch of ammonia. With my bunch of ammonia, I can go back to crude oil refining, grab a chem plant Mark II, and we can see that if I take my ammonia, my 72 of it, and put that into 3 chem plants, that will give me, well, also some oxygen that is conveniently also coming from the air separators. That'll give me 6120, 180 fertilizer Mark 1. Now, if I take my fertilizer Mark 1 and I go back to my mixers and I was to mix my fertilizer Mark 1 with some limestone and some sulfur, I would get some fertilizer Mark 2. So if I put all this together and I just had a source of water, like a giant water tank linked to a nuclear reactor, that we should probably put an alert on to say if it's less than 75% full, tell me about it, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to put our hydrogen reformers right about here. we're going to grab some water off the nuclear reactor. You know, it's only the water supply that keeps the reactor from overheating. It's probably okay to drag water off it and plug that in there. Yep, that did plug in. And plug that in there as well. And then came from this side and we grabbed from... Okay, you're a useless pipe. Oh, you're off the first depleted steam. I know what you are. We could probably live without that. It'll probably be okay. If I came to here, which is prioritizing into the first power plant. Yep, remove that and run that straight through there instead. To make sure the first power plant runs at all times, we could just grab a little bit of, you know, just the tiniest amount of steam, super steam, off there and run it through here and, you know, run it into these guys. Then I could take the depleted steam, yep, and run that straight back where we'd just come from. Yep, and then we're just going to tap it into, like, you know, the nuclear cooling pipe, which outputs depleted steam if you start to melt down the reactor. It's not needed, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll never need that particular pipe. So if I did that, we'd then have hydrogen. Now, I'm also going to have some oxygen here. I do need oxygen as part of this process, but as I also get oxygen as part of other processes, I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm just going to vent it into the environment. It's the only good thing I'm doing for the environment on, in this crater. Next thing I need to do is I need to take my hydrogen. So we're going to take our hydrogen, we're going to bring it out, and run it to there, and then over there, and then over to here, and join those two together. All right, the hydrogen, we're just going to run in a nice straight line right past the back of these, and yep, you can just live there. Cool. With you living there, we're going to plug hydrogen to you, and do I want to move any of this? Sure. Sure. Plug hydrogen there, and hydrogen there, and some hydrogen there, with some hydrogen there. Cool. With that done, we can then look at oxygen and nitrogen. Now, oxygen and nitrogen, I need to have both those gases saved, so we're going to put you about there, I reckon, and we're going to do the smart thing, and that is I'm going to take all the nitrogen and join it together first, before I bother running into all these machines. You know, just in case. It's also going to simplify the whole dealing with the nitrogen. So we're going to run all the nitrogen here. Don't forget it's all consumed. And then the oxygen, well, there. Cool. And out to here. And you can set height 1. All right, the oxygen, we're just going to merge all that together as well. We'll just plug it all together. It'll be fine. Nitrogen will go into that chem plant, plus that chem plant, and that chem plant with that chem plant. And that chem plant, and that chem plant. Then we don't need that pipe anymore. All right, so now we've got all our oxygen joined together. I just need to take all my ammonia and join it all together. I think right about here seems reasonable. No, there seems reasonable. And we can just, you know, bring it across to here and aim it down a tile, and then take these guys and just tap them in like so. Yeah, that's the right pipe. And plug that in there, and plug that in there. Oop. Into there, and then I can take, nope, I can take that, plug that into there, and then join that one together, and join that one together, and plug that one in there as well, and then that one in there as well, and that just leaves my oxygen. Now, my oxygen, you guys, over here for a second. All right, my oxygen, I'm going to bring, obviously, around the outside. You know, it's easier than going over the top, and is going to go in right here. But it technically produced too much oxygen. So I need to flare off some of the oxygen. I know. I'm polluting the environment again with this clean oxygen. So what we're going to do is, I think right about here, we're going to do two things. One, we're going to put in a tank. Just in case the system gets out of sync or something, we have a little bit of tanks for storage, just in case. On top of that, I want to remove that back a little bit further. I want to put in a pipe balancer, which is going to go, let's go there. Yeah. And, oh. You, plug, go, there, and there. All right, and on top of that, I need a smokestack to sort of vent off anything extra. Sure, you can go right there. And we're just going to wrap around the outside, and you can be the priority output. So this is going to give me a whole bunch of fertilizer 1. Now, fertilizer 1 is not really the goal. The goal is really fertilizer 2. So I still need to make another step or two. Meanwhile, the poor chickens are starving still, so we should really put a rush on this. So much rush on this. I am so confident we're just going to go like so. And, you know, it'll probably work. You know, the reactor probably won't melt down. We probably won't run out of fuel. Everything will probably be okay. All right, so you guys should get your water. Yep. Also, you should get your super steam. Yep. We're going to put a priority on... Yeah, it's sort of important. It's for the chickens. So we're definitely going to put a priority on it. And you should now produce a bunch of hydrogen. And the bunch of hydrogen should come over here and produce a bunch of ammonia, which should all pull in a pipe together and pop over here. And hydrogen, ammonia. Oh, we got to wait for the craft. We got to wait for the craft. Okay. After it's craft, do we want a tank? You know, I think we can have a tank. I think we can have a tank. I think we can have a tank. I think we can fit in a tank. I don't think a tank would be an issue. Let's put in a tank. You know, that way if the tank explodes, it's going to be smelly as shit. Go. Alright, as far as I know, it's ammonia smells. I have a feeling ammonia smells. I have a feeling ammonia smells really bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it smells, but really bad. Alright, so she give me a bunch of fertilizer 1. Now, fertilizer 1 is not the end goal. Fertilizer 2 is just a stepping stone. So what we're going to do is, we're obviously going to bring this to here. And then I'm going to duck under my oxygen pipe, and I'm going to come to here, and then to there, and then we're going to go for a bit of a jaunt to this top. Cool. And then we're going to go over that, and then a bit of a jaunt over to here, and then up to here. And then we're going to go this way a little bit. Probably to there. Yep. And then we just stop there for a minute. Okay, can I get you built? Because I need to grab a bridge, and I need to put it here, because this truck's about to have a bad day. I said you're going to have a bad day. Okay, so that should solve that problem. Trucks can go that way. We have power. We have... well, fertilizer Mark 1, and I just need to continue. Oh. Okay, I probably need to cut you back a tile, because I probably need to go over these pipes. Yep, and we're going to go to here. I'm going to go to here, and then there. Now, I do not want to impede any tree growth in this area. No, can I go to that tile instead, and then to there, and then... to here, and then to that tile, I think. Yep, that'll dodge the balancer. And then we're just gonna come in here. We're gonna squeeze around this, and then we're gonna pop up to here, and then we're gonna go height 3. And once we get to height 3, we're just gonna go to here, like really quickly. What? What? How dare you say I can't do that? Here. Thank you. Well, it's a little bit long. All right, with that done, we're just going to build that. All right, it's mentioning not enough workers, so I think I need to unpause another one of those. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. As long as the chickens get fed. All right, so that's going to give us a very long pipe. Yep. Still building? Still building. All right, very long pipe all the way to here. Which is going to be full of fertilizer 1. Now, fertilizer 1 is good and all, but fertilizer 2 is still better. So we're going to bring our pipe at height 3 in around the back of this, and then into this tile. Then we're going to drop down to ground level. I'm going to go under our little bridge, and we're going to stop here. And then I need to jump over that mess. And then we're going to come down here to where food is. Because, you know, we don't want to get to farming. We want to get to food because we need to feed the chickens. So this is why we're going to come and bring our fertilizer directly to, well, food. And then I want to go to this tile. And then come up to height 3. And then we're going to go, nope. We're going to go there, and then there, and then we're going to come to here. That seems about right. Out there. Cool. Can we get that built? All right. Now, we did mention that we needed 2 ingredients. We needed sulfur and limestone along with fertilizer 1 to make fertilizer 2, which you might notice it shares a lot of ingredients in common with tofu. Yeah, tofu is basically fertilizer. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a mixer. We're going to put down... about there. I think about that. I need to go grab the sulfur belt. Sulfur belt. Can I grab sulfur? And can I just bring you... I think I put in too much room. I don't think we need this much room. I think back here is probably okay. Can I put you... Yeah, we're not going to have that many tofu machines. Let's just put you right here. Let's just put you right here. Cool. I think we've got tofu for days. All right. I want to come off... Oh. Off this belt. Yes. And then off that belt. Cool. And then I want to go off this belt. And I want to go off that belt. And then I want to go off... Oh boy. That belt. And that belt. And then we're going to bring our fertilizer 1 down to ground level. And then into there. And then down to ground level. And then into there. And that should give us fertilizer 2. Right beside tofu, because it's got the same ingredients. You know, it makes sense. I don't need that belt anymore. All right, I also don't need that pipe anymore. Can we remove that pipe? Cool. All right, recipe. It is gonna be fertilizer 2. Like I said, there's so many ingredients that are in common. So with us now making fertilizer 2, I need to take my fertilizer 2, which is just gonna come over here for now, and over here now, and over here for now. All right, our fertilizer 2 from there is going to come to this. No. Yeah, that tile. And then we're going to come up to height 3. And then we're going to go on top of the sulfur belts. And come on. Come on, pipe. You can do it this way. There, and there, then there, and then there, and then there. Up we go, one at a time. It'll be fine. We'll get there in no time. Here. At which point we need to come to the bridge, back down 2 tiles, and slide under here. Yes. And then... Do I need to go over? I think I need to go over. I think I need to go over from memory. I do need to go over. And then I'm going to plug it into, well, this pipe. The reason I'm going to plug it into this pipe is this pipe has fertilizer 1. Now, it only has fertilizer 1 if we happen to be in a situation where we don't have any sulfur and we don't have any limestone back at the oil refinery, which should never happen. Honestly, it should never happen. Should. But it probably happens from time to time, and this is why we have a little bit of fertilizer 1. But also, this pipe has 250 fertilizer 2 in it, and this pipe has 250 fertilizer 2. And our pipes, the red pipes, the tier 3 pipes, only move 450. And I have about 500. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug those 2 into there to make sure these farms are fully fed with all the fertilizer 2 we can imagine. Meanwhile, we're going to take this little pipe full of fertilizer 1, and we're going to take it over to here. Yep. And that's an interesting piece of spaghetti. I will accept that. Over to here, and then we're going to run this through to here, and then we're going to run this down and stop it right here, because I do need to make sure this pipe goes somewhere. And the easiest pipes for me to flip are the fertilizer for the new set of farms. The new set of farms that we haven't tapped into or haven't built yet. Also, technically, they're not using any water, which is probably good, because in theory I have enough water, but we haven't actually confirmed that. So, you know, but it means that I should be able to plug my fertilizer into these farms when I finally get to the end of this build. Holy crap, that's a lot of farms. Hey, end of the build. Cool. All right, all the way back. Even holding down shift to scroll faster, it still takes ages. So we should be able to plug our fertilizer 1 in there. You know, from the actual oil refinery, which is empty most of the time, because that's how it should be. Meanwhile, whoop, too far. These guys should be running flat out, making a whole lot of fertilizer Mark 2. Waiting for products. That's not what I expected. All right. So, Inner has no available designations. Can you mine that so I don't have an error message anymore? Okay. Coal has a low supply of coal. Well, we're mining coal? We are mining coal. They will get to it. Here, mine more coal. All right. Iron Topper has nothing to be mined. Correct. You have knocked out that whole hill. Can I get you to very daintily knock 3 tiles out of there? Yeah, you should be able to do that. J-Ray, what's your issue? What the hell? No. Bad J-Ray. Bad J-Ray. You guys are... Oh, no oxygen. Did that pipe miss? That pipe missed. Oh, this is the issue. That pipe also missed. Okay, plug that in there and plug that in there. Cool. Build both those. All right, meanwhile, they're all running and they're all running. Okay, that solves that problem. Low supply of eggs. The egg refill belt is gone, so you can go. Also, the fruit refill belt is go, so you can get out of the way. We just have the bread to go. There's still 3,000 bread in there, and oh, there's still 10 eggs. Delete. And delete. Cool, done. So there's still 3,500 bread in there, which will eventually removed. Also, we're down to just 4 chicken farms that don't have anything to eat. Okay. Also means that with me pumping, in theory, where are we? Yeah, it's not as full as I like, because we had the other pipe was not working properly because the build was not running properly. How much are we making? We're making 6180, so you should be 250 divided by 180. That's the maths around the wrong way, right? 180 divided by 450. You should be 40% full. Are you actually running properly? Yes, and yes. Okay, so you're just taking some time to buffer up. That number, that percentage will go up over time as we add more into the system. But farm-wise, fertilizer, oh boy. Yep. Well, they mostly have fertilizer now. And we haven't got to the last row yet. Yeah. I also have an abundance of workers, which is good, also bad, because one thing I haven't got around to is I haven't got around to setting the overflow for, well, food. Well, at least for the fruity part of food and the veggie part of food. I haven't got around to that yet. So technically, the one thing that we said that couldn't happen with belt stop moving has happened. So I need to look at that. I need to look at that in the very next episode because I think we're out of time. You have quartz. Do you not know where to put quartz? Quartz goes there. I don't see the issue. Do you have 2 trucks? You do have 2 trucks. And the other truck just jumped off the quartz, and therefore you couldn't jump off quartz? Okay, I don't need that warning. Thanks. Could not store all corn. Really? Holy crap. Oh. Well, there's your issue. How the hell did I miss that? Oh, there's still more of these that I missed. Yep, upgrades. No, that's not upgraded. Okay, upgrade that one. Upgrade that one. Oh boy, these belts are very, very, very full of food. Yeah. I think the small improvement is working well. Like, they're very evenly spread out down here. You know, we are prioritizing the far left and the far right belt. So it's mostly going to the left still. So we still have about a 200 belt full. But that's done. 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 That's not done. I can see that already. That's not done. That's not done. And that's not done. Alright. Yeah, there's an awful lot of food and an awful lot of belts. And this one seems to be doing better. No, not really. That's a 200 belt that's full, and that's a 60 belt that is also very full. Yeah, we might need some more 400 belts. More 400 belts in the near future. But we're full on fruit, we're full on veggie. Really? You're done already. I just told you to do that. Okay, we're full on fruit and we're full on veggies. We also have far too much copper ore in the truck's inventories. But yes, I think this is where we're going to leave today's episode. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty happy with our new and improved fertilizer. Yeah, it hasn't made it to the last farms yet, but these are... which pipe? Not that pipe. Oh, that's throwing the wrong direction. Oh, well, if I change that, it's in the last farm right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be fine on fertilizer. In fact, I'm pretty sure I need to put a pipe balancer on this and actually probably put a pipe balancer here and take this as the priority and this as the secondary, and then take whatever's left and fit into this row of farms, which in theory still has 0 fertilizer in the pipes because, like I said, we don't really make that much. But all the chickens are now fed. Well, apart from this one. Yeah, apart from that one. And, well, if the belts moved a little bit better, we'd probably be doing all right there too. Holy crap. Yeah, fertilizer makes all the difference. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode where we actually treat the people. Yeah, maybe it's time to do something about medical. It is, well, disease. Also, air pollution. Yeah. And household goods. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.